The meaning behind my mural is to represent all the fantastic things that make up Port Credit, right? So the biggest one is the musicians, right? And that's based on a lively jazz festival which is held annually in Port Credit. It's really interesting because you showcase a lot of diverse people, a lot of diverse talent into this lively, dynamic mural which just highlights the culture, or the music culture in Port Credit. There's one which is fishing in the lighthouse, which is iconic, and I think it goes in not with just Port Credit, but the local and the surrounding beauty of Port Credit, which is really interesting, as well as some of the traditional local pastimes, right? The third one is, I believe it's a picnic scene, right? It just represents the community and how important it is, you know, the families that make up Port Credit and how important, you know, we are and family time is as a whole, right? So.
Welcome. This is a really exciting day. We're here at the Lofts from Indwell, and also in front of it, most people will notice by now, is a new compass. Really important all along our Lakeshore corridor is to really embrace and showcase our local artists. And we did just that. We went out to a local arts competition through MAC, and the results were stunning. The best of the best we went with, and it was all thanks to Indwell. It was also thanks to the Port Credit Community Foundation, the Port Credit BIA, and some of our private funders as well.
Hi, I'm Teresa Howe from Indwell, and I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who had a hand in this, and thank you to Councillor Dasko as well for your support of this project, well, the whole project, and a champion for affordable housing here in the region of Peel.
Hi, I'm Anne. I'm Vice Chair of the Port Credit BIA. Really excited to be here today. This mural and several of the other murals have been a work in progress. The BIA has worked together. As Mike says, we are the idea factory for bringing creativity and charm and culture to Port Credit.
Here representing the Brightwater Partnership as one of the sponsors for this artwork that we're doing here at Port Credit, that specifically has been done on the Indwell building here. I also want to thank the other two partners of ours in the sponsorship, even Shaw Developers and Peter Chrysler. This is something that requires money to be able to do this kind of work, but giving the money is the easy part. The hard part is getting a progressive community, working with the councillor, working with the BIA, the Credit Community Foundation. Without those people, the volunteers, the people that put this together, this couldn't be done. So
we helped David design, at least put together this mural as well as the others, and then we printed and installed a specialized material from 3M that we tested and made sure would work. It came out beautifully.
Hi, it's very gratifying for the Mississauga Arts Council to be a part of making change. And that's what we're doing here with this building that Indwell's designed for people who need that kind of support. And that's what our artist is doing, and that's what the councilor's doing, and the sponsors. They're all part of making change that it's going to last for years, and it's going to help change the way people see where they live and how they live.